Hey guys, welcome to Science. What time is it? Yeah, there it goes. So today for Science, I'm going to read you a book titled Frog Life Cycle. You guys know some things about the life cycle? Then today I'm going to read you a non-fiction book, which is a book that has facts, real events, or real people. So since frogs are real and it's going to tell you information about frogs, real information, so this book is a non-fiction book about frogs. Are you guys ready? Okay. Frog Life Cycle by Justin McCory Martin. Chapter 1. All about frogs. Ribbit, ribbit, ribbit. It's time to learn all about the lives of frogs. Frogs breathe with their lungs on land. Frogs breathe through their skin underwater. Frogs belong to an animal group called amphibians. This type of animal spends part of its life on land and part in the water. So frogs are amphibians. Amphibians are animals that live in both land and water. Isn't it amazing? Look at this frog. The frog can breathe through skin. Wouldn't that be amazing if you could go in the water and just breathe through your skin? We can't do that though. So here are some frog parts. Frogs have skin just like us. They have eyes, nostril, which are the holes in your nose, ear, and foot. They have other parts, but these parts are very important for you to know. Here is a picture of a frog. Its eyes are on top of its head. The eyes are here. Our eyes are right here. This helps the frog see above water. Its feet are webbed. This helps the frog to swim. So the eyes are over here on top of the head. That way, when they're swimming, they can see what's above. When we're swimming, we can't see what's above. We can only see what's in front of us. But frogs do not start out looking this way. Keep reading to learn about their fantastic life cycle. Chapter 2. Egg to Tadpole. A frog begins its life inside an egg. Female frogs lay eggs in the water. Some lay 4,000 eggs at one time. Female means the girls. So girl frogs can lay 4,000 eggs. This is the number 4,000. 4000. Those are many. Those are a lot of eggs. After a few weeks, the eggs hatch. Out swim tiny tadpoles. A tadpole does not look like a frog at all. It has a long tail and no legs. So when the frog eggs hatch, out come tadpoles. This is what a tadpole looks like. Head, body, tail. Does not look like a frog. The tadpole cannot leave the water. They can't leave the water. They have to stay in the water. It behaves kind of like a fish. It breathes through gills. So tadpoles have gills, just like fish. You see this little slit? That's where fish breathe. Tadpoles have it too. We just can't see it. The tiny tadpole gets bigger and bigger. When it is about 7 weeks old, it grows little back legs. So when it's 7 weeks old, legs start to come out, the back legs. They still have the tail, head, and back legs. Chapter 3. Froglet to Frog. The tadpole changes a little bit each day. When it is about 10 weeks old, it grows tiny front legs. So when the froglet is 10 weeks old, it grows front legs. Front legs, back legs. The tail is still there. Look at the body, it's changing. After about 3 months, the tadpole turns into something called a froglet. It looks a lot like a frog, but it still has a tail. Every day, the tail gets smaller and smaller. You see that frog? Well, it's not a frog anymore, it's a froglet. Froglet. Look at the tail. As days go by, the tail shrinks and shrinks. This older froglet has a very small tail. So the more time that passes, the tail disappears. Tail? No tail. One day, the tail is all gone. Wow! About 4 months after hatching, the froglet is finally a grown-up frog. So 4 months later, the froglet turns into a frog, an adult frog. A frog's skin looks like this. That's what the skin looks like. Shiny, slimy. Kind of looks like a leaf. Hop, hop, hop. Now the frog is ready to live on land as well as in the water. So once it is a frog, a full-grown frog, it can live in the water and out of the water. Did you know that a frog can jump 20 times the length of its body? That means that it can jump 20 times its length of its body. Imagine if you could jump 20 times. You would be able to touch a cloud. Alright guys, let's review the life cycle. So it starts out as an egg. After 2 weeks, it turns into a tadpole. So the egg hatches, turns into a little tiny tadpole. It has no front legs, no back legs. 3 months later, a tadpole turns into a little froglet. The froglet has front legs, back legs, and the tail is disappearing as time goes by. So after 4 months, a froglet turns into a grown-up frog. Look at that. Big old frog. Frogs like this can live to be 10 years old. Chapter 4. Frogs come in all different sizes. Some are as small as crickets. Others are as big as cats. This frog here is called the Goliath frog because it's huge. Kind of looks like a little baby, right? Tree frog. Tomato frog. Golden leaf folding frog. Poison dart frog. I think my favorite frog here is that poison dart frog. Even though it's very bright and cute, it's poisonous. Frogs come in lots of colors too. Many are green, but others are red, yellow, and even bright blue. Guys, this is the Wallace flying frog. There are even flying frogs. Well, sort of. They leap from trees and glide to the ground so smoothly it looks like they are flying. So they don't really fly, they just glide through the air. Look at those webbed feet. Lots of frogs make noises. Some males puff their throats like balloons. So this boy frog is puffing, and it's making this part of its body like a balloon. Then they sing. Croak, croak, croak. So they're singing. When this inflates, it's singing. Female frogs are usually bigger than male frogs. That means that girl frogs are bigger than boy frogs. Male frogs, again, male means boys. Male frogs use their singing to find female frogs. When they meet, the whole life cycle can begin all over again. So, the boy frogs like to sing, and the girl frogs like to listen to the boys sing. And once they meet, the life cycle starts all over again. I hope you enjoyed our book, our nonfiction book, Frog Life Cycle. And let's go on to our next activity, which is a video. And then you get to make your own frog.